Hello everyone and welcome to a book talk for Night Watching by Tracy Sierra. This is an adult thriller and it's also labeled as a psychological thriller. This was written by Tracy Sierra. This is a standalone book and was published this year in 2024. There was an audiobook available. It is narrated by Emily Ellett and it's 10 hours and 28 minutes on standard one-time speed. So, what is this about? A home invasion. So that's the biggest content and trigger warning. It's what this book is about. So if something like that would bother you, definitely skip this book. So this one, we have someone who has realized that this woman has realized that someone has broken into her house. She has two children, a boy and a girl. You don't really get their ages, but they are younger. And so she takes them into this hiding place that's like off of an office that's in this house to hide from this intruder. He's stomping around trying to find things out. And she realizes that she has seen this intruder before because she can see him through the gap in something. And so she is trying to protect her children. And she realizes he's probably not going to be leaving. And so she needs to escape from the house to save her children and herself from this guy, which is bad news. So she ends up going for some help. Obviously, police get involved. She gets questioned with things, and that's pretty much what it is. I wouldn't say it's, for the first little bit, it's locked room, I would say, when she's in hiding with her kids. They're in this cramped space, hiding from the intruder, but at one point she is able to reach out to get some help, and you're trying to figure out, even though she says she knows who he is, she doesn't say right off. You're having flashbacks to where she's realizing where she has seen him, and then with talking with police, she's talking about who he is and things like that. So you're piecing out while the story goes who this person is. So she knows, but you don't know who this person is. And she's trying to get her kids back. Because I will say she is injured, and so she has to get some medical care where it's just her, a in-law, so the parent, one of the grandparents of the kids takes them, and so she's trying to get the kids back. And there's questions as far as, is this all made up in her head? Is she making all this up, and is she subjecting the kids to some kind of an unstable home environment, or did this really happen? So things like that you're starting to question. So it does mess with your mind a little bit. So that's what the book is about, a home invasion, and you're there trying to figure out who it is that invaded the home, even though she knows, you don't. And then you're trying to figure out if it actually is real and did happen, or if it's in her mind. Is she having some sort of a hallucination or a psychotic break, something like that. So that's what this book is about. This is, oh, that's the acknowledgements. So I was going to say 355 pages, but that's with the acknowledgements. 351 pages. So let's talk content and trigger warnings. Again, home invasion, you have cancer mentioned about, loss of a loved one, there is death in this. You have gaslighting, you have DUI, so driving under the influence, you have talk of self-harm, single parent, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And again, you know, I would say the gaslighting is a big part of it, because it's, did you really do this? Did you really see this? Did you really hear it? As far as representation goes, you have vitiligo. It's the issue where it's like there was a lady on America's Next Top Model that had it, and she was born with black skin, but as she got older, this vitiligo, or whatever it's called, made it so that there were patches on her body where she would lose the melanin, so pigment of her skin, so she would have like the black skin, but then patches of white on her face. So you do have that. It talks about the woman, the main character that we're following. She has that, and I believe her daughter has this as well. So you do have that representation in here. This is the first book I have read that has that. So that's your content and trigger warnings and your representation. As far as any racial diversity or anything like that, you're not getting any. It's, as far as it mentioned on page, it's going to be up to your imagination. So now let's talk about the words in case you are still on the fence. We have the word God 15 times, not always in a religious sense. The word fuck 5. The name Christ 7, not always in a religious sense. Goddamn 5. Bullshit 2. Hell 6. Breast 7, not in a sexual way, but I still wanted to include that because I know that can bother people. Instead of saying like chest, they say breast, so laying the head on the breast instead of the chest. The word damn twice. Shit 10. The name Jesus 4, not always in a religious sense. And then you have bitch once and asshole twice. So, yeah. 2 other things I want to mention. There are 2 things that I did underline. No one is required to love someone else. No one's entitled to your love or attention. I thought that was good. I really liked that. And the other thing I have underlined is trauma doesn't end when the trauma ends. Everyone's past forms their present. So I thought that was insightful and really good. So yes, let me know. Have you read Night Watching by Tracy Sierra? I think she's got other books out. Born and raised in Colorado. An attorney who currently lives in New England. Oh no, this is her debut. So yes, let me know. I will definitely be picking up more of Tracy's work if she decides to write some more novels. So I will definitely be looking out and keeping an eye out for more work from her. So let me know, have you read this? Has this been on your radar? Have you been kind of iffy about picking it up with knowing what the content and trigger warnings are and what the word counts are? Has this swayed you to pick it up or confirmed in your mind that this is one that you need to give a pass to? Let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.